And welcome back to West Brom Fan TV. Now, another prediction video. First of all, there was one ready to go out last week. We had some technical difficulties and it was just too late with releasing it. So we couldn't put it out there in the end. But Connor should put my predictions on screen, which would have been in a video last week, up just about now. So you can all have a look at that. I didn't do too bad. I did okay with, I guess, predicting the results, but not really the scores at all, to be fair. Only got one, which is pretty stinky, to be fair. Anyways, let's get on to the games. Starting off with the Friday night game as Luton Town take on Queen's Park Rangers. Luton Town very underwhelming. Yeah, again, defeats Preston. I did predict it. They just haven't really got kick-started yet. Got a lot of good players. And rumours now that they're after Jed Wallace off us, which would be interesting. I mean, we've got a lot of reinforcements now in that area of the pitch, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if he does move. QPR, a bit wishy-washy really. Same sort of thing. The expectations aren't necessarily there. Great manager Marty Cifuentes, like I've said before. So Kenilworth Road, it's under the lights, and I think Luton are going to get off the mark. They always seem to in that type of setting. I'm going for 2-1 to Luton Town. You'll be very close, horrible. I would say London affair, but Luton is not in London. Southern affair, that's a better way to put it. Moving on to, my opinion, the most exciting game of the weekend based off the history. We've got a nice Lancashire derby as Burnley and Blackburn take on each other. Now these two hate each other. Burnley seems to be starting the season well. A bit of a bump in the road as the impressive Sunderland side beat them last weekend. And also seems like they've got a lot of players going out of the door at Burnley. Bit worrying, but I think Scott Parker's an absolute veteran in the league, so I don't think it'll really stop them too much. Blackburn, really good start as well. Playing some nice football. They haven't lost a game yet. I'm pretty sure they've won 3 in a row, which is not 3 in a row. Sorry, got that wrong there. They're in the top 4, pretty much top 4, top 6. They're doing really well, especially because everyone kind of forgot about them, went a bit under the radar. Full time, what will it be at Turf Moor? I'm going for a 1-1 draw. It's one of them games. Won't be able to separate these two off the pitch as well, because they'll probably be scrapping, won't they? Moving on to Cardiff City against Middlesbrough. Cardiff, 4 points. I'm pretty sure they've got out of their opening 3 matches, so not the best. Actually, they haven't got 4 points. Take that back. Very wishy-washy, Cardiff. Middlesbrough, on the other hand, they've been the same, to be honest. I mean, they won the opening day. They've kind of gone a bit flat momentum-wise. They've still got a top-quality striker in Latte Lath, and I'm sure they are going to kick on at some point this season. But yeah, 2 very underwhelming flat sides, and I think it's going to be a very underwhelming flat game, 0-0. Coventry City versus Norwich next. Coventry, 1-1 draw at the weekend. They missed some big chances though, and Bristol got lucky because somehow a right hook isn't a red card offence these days. I don't know. Norwich, on the other hand, I think, again, the word for their start is wishy-washy. They've been okay. Nothing too spectacular, I guess. Haven't really kick-started, but they've got the potential to with the team they've got and the players they've got. However, this will not be the game where they kick-start. There'll be a lot of goals. There tends to be a few goals in this fixture at the CBS, so I'm going to go for a tasty 3-2 win for the Sky Blues. I think Asante is going to get on the score sheet as well. Off to Pride Park, Derby take on Bristol. Derby seems to be in calamity at the minute. Their fans are just hating the football they're playing, which, I mean, under Paul Warne, you're not going to be expecting anything too spectacular. But for a club like Derby, you do expect, the real McCoy and standard and, something to get the fans off the feet. I mean, it's Derby County Football Club. They're a big club. Bristol, on the other hand, wishy-washy. They've been okay. Like I said, 1-1 draw against Cov. They beat Millwall coming back from 3 goals. They've been all right. They've not necessarily blown the league away, but like I said, another team with potential to kick on, and this will be the week where they do kick on. Derby County 0, Bristol City 2. I think that's a bank for the week. I think if Bristol don't win there, then yeah, I'm an idiot and I should stop doing these videos. Off to the fortress of Elland Road, intimidating, horrible ground up north in Yorkshire, Leeds, as they have a Yorkshire derby against the Tigers. However, after Leeds winning last week against Sheffield Wednesday, I think that momentum is going to carry on into this game, and there won't be any mauling going on. There'll be a solid 3-0 win for the mighty Leeds United. Off to the den now as Millwall take on Sheffield Wednesday. Millwall have been just such a weird team so far this season. They're firing loads of goals, but they just can't bloody win, can they? Sheffield Wednesday, on the other hand, they've had a mixed start, I guess. Battering Plymouth was a great opening day, but then getting battered by Sunderland, bit of a weird one, wasn't it? And I think that it's going to be a boring 0-0 draw. Not sure why. There just always is a couple, aren't there? And I'm sorry, Millwall and Sheffield Wednesday fans. I just think you lot are going to be bored to death. Off to apparently, from a video I've seen this week, the worst stadium in the league, Oxford. It only has 3 stands, and there are lots of pigeons burrowing in one of the stand corners as well. They've done all right, I guess, Oxford, considering the expectations there. Everyone thought they were going to get squashed. They got a win. They seem to be fighting every week. They should have got a point at Cov. They lost to Blackburn on Saturday. Only 2-1 though. They didn't get battered. They seem to be fighting. Preston, everyone thought that the club was doomed and all this, and then they've gone and beat Luton at the weekend. I think the thing is with Preston, they're always going to be mid-table, aren't they? It's just their place, isn't it? Between 10th and 14th, they always end up resting there. And I think that horrible Kassam Stadium is going to get Oxford something out of this game. It seems like it's going to be their fortress for the season, and the main place where they're going to get points from. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. So Preston fans can't be too disappointed. They are getting something from this, according to my prediction. Off to Home Park as Plymouth take on Stoke. Now, how Plymouth didn't lose at the weekend, I do not know. Absolutely got the goal peppered. Hazard, he needs a drug test. Some of the saves that man was making, absolute crazy. Morgan Whittaker with a brilliant goal. There's been some interest in him though. Wouldn't surprise me if he leaves, because there'll be big offers coming in for him. He's a quality player, isn't he? Moving on to Stoke, I watched them at the weekend. I can give a pretty good verdict on them. They're actually all right, to be fair. I mean, we've got a lot of quality, but they were pretty good. What's his name? Lewis Kumas, absolute baller. If they could have put their chances away, they probably could have beat us. They're all right, Stoke are. I think they're a pretty tidy team. Obviously, the Carabao Cup said it all, winning 5-0 at Middlesbrough. I know Middlesbrough did play the kids, but still, that's pretty impressive, especially all that way up north on a midweek night, which does make you tired, as you can tell. I didn't go, obviously. Score predictions, I think Wayne Rooney is a terrible manager. I don't know why they employed him. And I think that's going to show again, because they're going to lose 3-1 to the Potters, who are a good side. Off to Fratton Park as Portsmouth take on Sunderland. Portsmouth, they've been alright. They've been pretty decent. Probably on par with expectations with the stature of the club. It's a massive club. Well, not a massive club, it's a big club, Portsmouth. And they deserve to be in the league. Got some quality players, like Callum Lang's his kick started pretty well, to be honest. They just seem to be bagging loads of goals, but conceding quite a few as well. But yeah, Sunderland flying, absolutely flying at the moment. But I don't know. I think that it's just one of them games that you have a feeling in your gut about, but it's completely ridiculous. And this is my ridiculous prediction of the week, which will leave me with egg all over my face most likely. But I'm going to say it anyways. Portsmouth 1, Sunderland 0. Yes, the team that can't defend are going to keep a clean sheet against the team that are flying in the league. I know. Moving on to beloved Baggies as we take on Swansea. I love Swansea as a club. Great fans, all top drinkers, just great people. They always bloody beat us when we play them at their ground though. But luckily we're at the Hawthorns this time. We started really well. Good point against Leeds. I mean, people saying Leeds were there for the taking, but it's still Leeds. They've still got some good players. Big away win against QPR, big away win against Stoke. Games that were grafting out. Looking like we're about to sign Mikey Johnston, who was an absolute baller and absolutely made this shirt his own. Potentially Neil Maupay coming in. I mean, as long as we keep hold of fellows, we're going to be some side. But after mentioning all that attacking power, actually, no, I need to mention Swansea. Let's talk about Swansea. Yeah, got unlucky in the South Wales derby. Probably should have won it, but former Albion man Callum Robinson stole that away from them. They've been doing all right. They've won a game. They just, Swansea are just Swansea, aren't they? I think it's a bit like a Preston. They'll probably be around mid-table. I think we'll get the job done on Saturday. And I'm usually a bit pessimistic with Albion and a bit negative because I don't want to look like an idiot when we lose. But this week, I think we'll win. I think we're going to win 1-0. And hopefully it'll be a Mikey Johnston goal off the bench if he signs and if he can play. Now for the final game of the week on the Sunday, Sheffield United take on the Hornets of Watford at Bramall Lane. Horrible place to go yet again. These horrible Yorkshire stadiums, which you just can't get points at, it seems. Sheffield have started okay. It looks more underwhelming because of the points deduction, but they're doing pretty well. I think their only regrets is probably that QPR game. Probably should have won that, to be fair, considering they had a 2-goal lead. Watford flying. Honestly, who'd have thought it? Watford. Kayembe scored loads of goals for him at the minute, and I don't think he'd scored barely any. I think the only goal he scored last season was against us, and he's been firing them in from the midfield. And that Rajovic looks like some player. Watford they've gone under the radar. They're quite an exciting team, to be fair, aren't they? You look at the squad they've got, and it's pretty tasty. They've got a lot of exciting young talent. Saying that, Bramall Lane's a hard place to go. Sheffield's still got a lot of the quality they had last season. It wouldn't surprise me if Ollie Arblaster, I need to get his name right, Ollie Arblaster scores again. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw to round off my predictions for the week. Thank you for watching. We appreciate all the support lately. It's been brilliant. Loving the football back. Can't wait for after the international break for more videos I can do, like Portsmouth and Sheff Wednesday. 2 top tasty away games, which I'll be having plenty of points at. But yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And up the Albion, come on you baggies. Fingers crossed we can keep on pushing. Bosh.